Have you ever set your alarm for 5 in the morning with big plans, then hit snooze and woke up at 8, feeling guilty? Maybe you've read that successful people wake up early. Maybe you've tried it yourself, once, twice, 10 times, but you always go back to your old habits. You tell yourself, I'm not a morning person. I need my sleep. But what if I told you that the first hour of your day has the power to change your entire life? What if the story of one man proved that your destiny is decided before the sun rises? This video is not about waking up early. This video is about a man who had far less than you and yet found the way. Read it until the end, because what you will find here might be the most important thing you read this year. In an industrial town no one knew, factories ran day and night. And Thomas ran with them 32 years. A security guard in a textile warehouse, arriving every evening at 8, leaving every morning at 6, exhausted, silent, alone. His salary barely covered his needs. A one-room apartment, a broken fan, a mattress on the floor, and a flickering lamp. But the real poverty was not in the walls. It was inside. Every morning, on his way home, he would pass by the city's waking windows, families having breakfast, children carrying their bags, men in clean shirts walking toward their future. And Thomas would think in silence, will this be my life forever? He wasn't lazy. He worked every night with dedication. But hard work alone is not enough when you're moving in the wrong direction. He was living in reverse, awake when the world slept, asleep when the world was building itself. And one thought kept returning to him every day, like a whisper that wouldn't stop. There must be a way. But what is it? On a cold November morning, the phone rang. It was his sister, Thomas. Mom is in the hospital. 3 hours on the bus felt like a lifetime. He arrived and found his mother in bed, weak, but her eyes were waiting for him. She held his hand and said in a voice barely audible, Thomas, don't waste your life the way I wasted mine. Find a way. Promise me. He sat beside her for a long time. After she fell asleep, he looked at her wrinkled hands that had worked in the fields for decades, just as his hands had worked through the nights, both struggling and both not moving forward. Something inside him broke, not sadness, but anger, a quiet, deep anger at himself. He stepped outside into the darkness. It was 5 in the morning. The village was asleep, but some farmers were already walking toward their fields. The birds had begun to sing, and the air was cold and clean. And in that silence, Thomas whispered to himself, no more of this. I will not live like this anymore. I will find a way. On the way back, Thomas noticed a man in his 50s, elegant, calm, reading a book. He knew him, Mr. Chen, a successful businessman. But what shocked him was the time. 6 in the morning. On a regular bus, Thomas gathered his courage and asked, why are you here at this hour? Mr. Chen smiled. Because I wake up at 4:30 every day. This is my time for reading, thinking, and planning. Before the world wakes up, he looked at Thomas's tired face. You work at night? Yes. Security guard. And when do you sleep? From 7 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Mr. Chen nodded slowly. So you're awake when the world sleeps, and asleep when the world works. No wonder you're stuck. Then he leaned closer and said, young man, the hours between 5 and 7 in the morning are magical hours. This is when you build the life you want, while everyone else is still dreaming. Thomas felt something move inside him, something powerful called hope. Mr. Chen handed him his card. If you're serious, call me, but only if you're serious. Because what I will teach you requires discipline, something most people don't have. The next day, Thomas called Mr. Chen. It was 11 in the morning, and for the first time in years, Thomas was awake in daylight. They met at a small cafe. Acute. Mr. Chen looked at him and said, you actually changed your sleep schedule. Most people talk. You acted. Now I will give you the system. He took out a notebook and drew a simple house. Thomas, imagine your life is a house. Right now your house is dark and cold, because you never worked on the foundation. You are busy surviving, not building. The hours from 5 to 7 in the morning. This is your foundation time. 2 hours every day, 14 hours a week, 60 hours a month, 730 hours a year. That equals 91 full working days. just from waking up early. In 1 year, you gain 3 extra months that others waste sleeping. The first hour, from 5 to 6. Skill building. Learn something that will change your financial situation. Not TV, not your phone. Real learning. Online courses are free. YouTube has everything. You have no excuse. The second hour, from 6 to 7. Building the body and mind. 30 minutes for the body. Walking, running, stretching. Your body is your vehicle. If it breaks, you have nothing. 30 minutes for the mind. Reading, planning, applying. Then he added 3 unbreakable rules. Rule 1, no negotiation. 5 in the morning every day. No exceptions. No, I'll skip today just once. That's how failure begins. Rule 2, sleep at 9 in the evening. You can't cheat sleep and succeed, but you can control when you rest. Rule 3, the first week will be hell. Your body will hate you. Your mind will make excuses. Break through that. After 21 days, it becomes normal. After 90 days, it becomes your identity. Mr. Chen looked at Thomas. I'm giving you 3 months. Then come back and show me what you've built. If you truly work, I will help you. If you quit, don't call. Success goes to those who show up when it's hard. Thomas felt the weight of the challenge, but he also felt, for the first time in years, a purpose. I will do it. I won't quit. Mr. Chen smiled. We'll see. Everyone says that. The next morning, the alarm screamed at exactly 5. His body resisted with everything it had, and his mind whispered, just 1 more hour. You're tired. But Thomas remembered his mother's face and his promise. He threw off the blanket and stood up. The first week was real torture. His eyes burned. His mind wandered. But he didn't stop. At 6, he walked the quiet streets. At 7:30, he slept. At 2 in the afternoon, he woke up. At 3, he went to work. The cycle repeated. And it was lonely. But around day 20, Thomas woke up 2 minutes before the alarm. His body had adapted. And for the first time, he didn't feel resentful. He felt ready. By the end of the second month, he had completed 3 courses in accounting and Excel. He lost weight from daily walking. His mind became sharper. His confidence began to grow. His colleagues noticed. Thomas, you look different. What changed? He smiled. I'm changing my life. 2 hours at a time. In the 3rd month, he created an Excel system to organize warehouse inventory, something the company had never done properly. He presented it to his supervisor. The news reached the manager, then the owner. And on the 87th day, his supervisor called him in. Thomas, we're expanding the accounting department. We need someone who understands warehouse operations and has accounting skills. The job is yours. Day shift, and double your current salary. Thomas stood in silence. 3 months ago, he was a hopeless night guard, and now, an office position. When do I start? Next Monday. That night, he called Mr. Chen. Mr. Chen, I did it. 90 days. I didn't miss a single fiver. Wake up, and today, I got promoted. Silence. Then a warm, proud voice. I knew you would do it. Now remember, never stop. Fiver. This is not a strategy. This is your life now. I won't stop. This is who I am now. After just 1 year, Thomas became the company's chief accountant. He moved his mother to the city, got her proper medical care, and rented a good 2-bedroom apartment. And every morning, at exactly 5, he still wakes up, not because he has to, but because those 2 hours became sacred. His colleagues would ask him, Thomas, why do you wake up so early? You've already succeeded. He would smile and say, success is not a destination. It's a daily practice. And my practice starts at 5 in the morning. My friend, Thomas's story was not about talent, not about luck, not even about intelligence. It was about one decision, made by an ordinary man, on a cold dawn, outside a small rural clinic. The decision to wake up before the world, and build while everyone else sleeps. The difference between your life now, and the life you want, is not what you have, but when you wake up, between 5 and 7 in the morning, the world is silent just for you. Your will is at its peak. Your mind is at its clearest. And the future is waiting. So, here is your challenge. Step 1 tonight. Set your alarm for exactly 5 in the morning. Place your phone on the other side of the room, so you have to get up to turn it off. Step 2. Decide what you will build in the first hour. A skill, a course, a project, Just one thing. For 90 days. Step 3. Protect your 9 p.m. bedtime. Sleep is not your enemy. Wasted evenings are, I promise you this. If you do this for 90 days, your life will not look the same. You may not become a millionaire overnight, but you will become a different person. Stronger, more disciplined, more capable. And that person can achieve anything. Thomas had nothing. No degree, no connections, no money, just a decision. You had more than he did. The only question is, will you use what you have, or will you hit snooze tomorrow and wonder 5 years from now why nothing changed? And always remember Thomas's words. Success is not a destination. It's a daily practice. And that practice begins tomorrow. At 5 in the morning. Will you be awake? Your future self is waiting. On the other side of that alarm. Don't make him wait another day. If this video touched you, or changed something in the way you think, that is exactly the goal of the channel. Every week, stories and ideas that build your mind and open doors you never saw before. Subscribe now and share this content with someone who says they want to change. Maybe these words will be the push they've been waiting for. See you in the next video.